Hi, it's Richard from Ignite Growth, and I just wanted to do a quick video for you on the importance of creating a growth strategy for your business. Now, if you've read my book, Remarkable Business Growth, then you'll know I spend a lot of time in here talking about strategy. I go through the theory of strategy, why it's so important that your strategy drives your tactics, and then I go through breaking down the 12 elements that I feel every small business needs as their growth strategy. And this is because when I work with any client, I develop a strategy like this. So it'll be 12 sections. So over 12 weeks, we'll basically go through the 12 sections of the strategy and build this up. And this is core because what we want to do is get to the end of that 3-month period and spend the rest of our time together actioning and executing this strategy. So the strategy is important because it's going to drive everything on a daily basis. Nothing's going to be done for chance. There's going to be no wasted time. We know exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. And as I go through these 12 elements, you'll see how they layer on top of each other to give us that certainty in what we're doing on a daily basis. So a strategy really has 12 elements. The first of those elements will be our goals and objectives. Now, this is important that I have honest conversations with people when I'm working with them and we set specific revenue goals. So where do we want to be in 12 months time? Where do we want to be in 24 months, in 3 years? And we have specific goals for that, because that is then going to allow us to reverse engineer how many orders we need to bring in. What's our average order value? How many orders do we need to bring in to hit that revenue goal? How many customers does that equate to? Because some customers will buy off us repeatedly, other customers will buy off us once. So how much new customers and how many existing customer orders do we need to generate? We then go back through how many leads, how many presentations, where are the lead sources that's sending those leads into our business? So all of that is really important in the first part of the strategy to outline our goals and objectives, because that gives me our KPIs and our metrics that we're measuring to show if we're on track or off track for where we want to be. The next element, part 2 of the strategy, will be target market. And target market is very much zeroing in on the who. This is really our best fit client. So a lot of clients, again, that I'll work with will be very general. They'll be trying to service multiple clients. They're very broad based. They haven't really focused on one sector or one niche or dominating one area. They're very much developing products and services and solutions to try and cater to everybody, to be honest. The problem with being a generalist like this rather than a specialist is that there's 50 other people like you out there. They're all doing the same thing in your marketplace. You're not differentiating your business or standing out from them at all. So everything is going to go back to price. It always does. The natural fallback for most people coming into contact with your business will be price if you're a generalist. Now, if you go the other route, and the route I recommend is becoming a specialist and dominating certain sectors and verticals, certainly if you're trying to get to £1 million, you can do this in nearly every sector by focusing on a sub-niche in that sector and becoming the go-to person in that niche. Because when we're the specialist, we're the expert, we become the thought leader, people come to us, and then suddenly price is going down their priorities because they want to work with you. They want to work with you because they know you can get the result for the challenge or the pain they're facing. You can get them to the prize or the reward or the outcome that they want. So again, by focusing on the target market and really defining an ideal customer profile. So what size business do we work with best? What sector are they in? Are they in manufacturing? Are they logistics? Are they a financial, are they financial in the financial markets? Again, you'll have a sector that if I went through your last 100 customers you worked with and I said to you, which out of these customers is the favourite person to work with, who have you got the best results for, you'll suddenly see there'll be a trend. There'll be one standout sector, and that's your starting point. It doesn't mean we ignore other markets, it means we can go into them in the future, but let's dominate that first. Let's really position ourselves, which brings me on to section 3 in your strategy, is all about market position and positioning your business. You should have a really clear position in front of these people. Now you know who you're targeting, what size company they are, and what people work in those companies. So you've done your demographics, your firmographics, and your psychographics of why they buy. then you'll have a really good idea of how to position your business in front of them. So again, you need to be standing out and saying, this is who we work with, this is the pain that we help you solve, and this is why we do it better than anyone else in the marketplace. Okay, so if you can get those 3 questions clearly in front of someone, visiting your website, reading your brochures, all of those different ways you're going to get in front of people, then you are clearly positioned in their mind as someone they need to speak to. So positioning is really clear in part 3. We then move on to the market and competitors. So how do your competitors, how do the big boys in your sector, how do they talk to people? How do the other competitors that are more your size talk to people? How do the smaller people talk to people? So again, you need to understand 5 to 10 competitors, look at how they engage with your target audience. And again, that gives you a massive advantage because you'll see the opportunities, the things that they're missing, but you'll also see the things that are working. So you're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. You're saying, right, we'll do a bit of that, we'll improve on that, and they're missing that altogether. So we'll go in on that. So again, market and competition, understanding your marketplace is key. You've worked in your business and your marketplace for a long time, so you probably know who your main 5, 10 competitors are. So go really deep on them. What's their website look like? How do people engage with it? What's the user experience of working with them? What do the reviews on Google say about them? What do people love about them? What do people hate about them? All of these things will help you position yourself perfectly. Then we move on to our product offering. So this is our product, our service, our solution, depending on who you are, what you're doing. But again, you're building an ecosystem of products. A lot of people have a core product, they focus on that, but then they don't think, what's the next logical step? What's the other product I could offer my customers now? You know, what are the free products I could offer to leads to get them involved with us? You know, are there any, if it's manufacturing, are there any samples you can send people? Are there any trials or tests you can give people? Is there a guide or a white paper you can write? Is there a video series you could produce that you can give away for free? Every sector I've worked in, we've identified a few conversion offers to have as our free product offering. And then we'll have a product for prospects. So we'll develop something that will allow someone to try us, someone to get a quick result, someone to sample our business and then lead them into the core product. Then from the core product, we'll take them into a product for customers, which is basically, it's all profit because they're now a customer of yours, they're loving your core product, they should naturally be saying to you, what else can you help me with? So again, having that ecosystem is really important, and we go in depth about that in the strategy. Then the 2 most important parts, this engine in the heart of the business, are your sales plan and your marketing plan. Now I do sales plan first with a client, because a sales plan, again, is going into those specific figures. So how many of these products do we need to sell? What's our overall revenue goal? What is the activity we need to do to hit that revenue goal? What are our lead sources that we're focusing on, and how many leads do we need from paid ads? How many leads do we need from our SEO website and organic search? How many leads do we need from social media? How many leads do we need from events? How many referral leads? How many self-generated sales leads are we going to bring in? You know, all of these, breaking down your lead sources and saying this is how many leads we need to generate from each of those sources, again, gives you accurate metrics to be measuring whether you're on track or off track. So your sales plan is key because it's then going to drive your email marketing campaigns. It's going to drive all of your marketing campaigns, because remember, we now have a clear idea of our target audience, what a dream customer looks like, what a good fit customer looks like. So we just need to get in front of those people with a number of campaigns. Video marketing, a lot of the different techniques we can use, like email marketing, SMS marketing, social media marketing, all of these things will come into play here to generate those leads through your lead sources. Then we go into our marketing plan, which will be driven by all that activity we've already laid out in the sales plan. So we can just then define what the year looks like, what social media posts we need to be sending out regularly, what mix of content we need to produce for people. So something that's interesting and valuable, people are going to engage with. What are our conversion offers? What are our marketing campaigns? So I would run these on a quarterly basis and then layer them. So have campaign 1 starting, then campaign 2 starting, campaign 3, campaign 4. So again, mapping out your campaigns is really important with your marketing strategy. I then move into recruitment plans. So now growth is starting, we need to build the team. And this is really key for all of you small business owners who've got a small team. At some stage, you're going to grow and have to expand that team. And the advice I give you, and the advice I give in my book, is that you focus on bringing A players in. Get the very best quality person you can, because an A player is going to replace 2 or 3 B and C players. You're going to have someone there who you can build your company around, who's going to take work off you. So again, you're freeing your time up as the business owner to be doing the more important, the high value strategic work, but you're building your team out, and you're probably going to be adding sales and business development people into your team. You're going to be adding a marketing person. You're going to be adding 2 or 3 more operational people, because as you grow in, you need to deliver more and more of this. You may be going to be taking a service and support person on. You're going to have a finance person. So as your team builds out, and again in the book I talk about the 12 main hires that you'd have to get to £1 million, and how when you're going to be taking those people on, again, just focus on A players, but make sure it's in your strategy. If you're developing a strategy of your own, make sure it's in here. Then operational delivery. So how are we going to be remarkable when we deliver to our customers? How are we going to make them absolutely sit back and go, wow, I was expecting a good service, but this is above and beyond what I expected. That's all about delighting customers. So's the next section, section 10, which is service and support. How do we support people? How do we service and look after them? Make sure that they're happy. And then how do we ask them for reviews? How do we ask them to leave us a testimonial, or become a case study of ours, or buy more off us, or give us a referral? You know, all these are parts of our strategy and must be put into your strategy, so that when you start executing, it's all here. This is what we said we were going to do. This is how we're going to do it. 11 and 12 are the last 2 parts of your growth strategy, and 11 is a key pivotal part, which is building out your technology and your systems within your business. So you're pulling everything together by having a single source of truth. I talk about a CRM being at the heart of your system. Around your CRM, you need marketing and sales tools. So you need marketing tools such as email marketing. You need to be able to integrate your admin tools like your calendars, your email into your system. You need to then have landing pages. You need to have the ability to SMS and text people. You need to have forms in there. All the marketing tools you're going to need, social media management tools, all of these things, and your website has got to integrate with your system as well. Remember, your website is a key part of your system. That's what most people will visit when they're going to research you. So that website has to be an amazing user experience, have lots of valuable content, create a community feel so that people are happy going backwards and forwards. Don't just talk about yourself on your website. Please talk about the visitor and how you can help them. And again, back to that positioning statement, that's where that's going to be front and center, so people land on your website and they know exactly how you can help them and why they've got to talk to you. The rest of your system will be built about sales tools. So have you got sales pipelines in your system? Have you got task management? Have you got the ability to make meetings? Something like Calendly should be integrated within your CRM so people can book easily, have a meeting with you. Then have you got operational tools? So a lot of companies will have operational software for delivery of their core product or service that's unique to their industry. So I think of recruitment industry, the financial industry, they all have their own tools. Are they able to integrate into your overall business system so you can report on everything? You really want end-to-end. I call it closed loop reporting, where you can report on absolutely everything, right from when someone first came in contact with you through to becoming a customer and everything after that, right through into your financial package. So can your finance and accounting package integrate into your system as well, so you can see end to end what's happening and where the growth is happening, how it's happening and where the blocks are. So that's the importance of building your system out. So spend a lot of time on that in your strategic work, mapping out what it's got to look like. It doesn't mean it all has to be in place now. This is your guide. This is what's you're going to come back to day after day, so you know the direction you're going in. And finally, metrics and reporting. Make sure you've got analytics. Obviously Google Analytics should be on your website, but make sure you've got metrics and reporting, dashboards set up that are letting you know nearly live what's happening with your business growth. because that is a key thing. What reports do you need sending on a Sunday evening to let you know how marketing's doing, how sales are doing, how operationally you're delivering for clients? Service and support, you're probably going to have some reports there to let you know how you're doing on looking after clients post-sale, and then your financial reporting as well. So again, this is all key that you get this right in your strategy, because it's going to dictate how you craft everything going forward. All right, so hopefully that was useful. I just wanted to cover strategy because a lot of people will do it on a Sunday evening on a couple of pieces of A4 paper, and then when they see the depth I go to, they can see why everything works and why a key part of the STEPS methodology is that strategy creation, creating that remarkable growth strategy so that everything is driven by your strategy. Everything you're executing and implementing on a daily basis is born out of that strategy that's well planned out. So hopefully that's useful for you. If you have any questions, just email me, richard@ignitegrowth.co.uk. Or if you want to talk about your own strategy for your business, then why not book a strategy session with me? You can see further down the page there's a button here. You can tap on that and you'll be able to set up a call with me for about an hour, and we'll go through your specific business, how we'd plan out that growth strategy for your business, what your objectives are, what specifically you want to have as your revenue goals, what are the challenges you see, what are the gaps, the opportunities that you see for growth. And I really want you to go away from that hour-long strategy call with a blueprint of things you can action in your business. So it's a really important call. I make them very valuable for people, and I love doing them with people because it's talking about them and growing their businesses. And I've grown 8 businesses over my last 25 years. And again, I'm just sharing things that I've seen work in my own businesses, but also what I've seen work working with clients and helping people like you to grow theirs. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.